Open your book to page 336 and let's go to example 1. Example 1a, you have 1 over m squared times m over 5. So when you're doing a multiplication, you don't want to multiply it out and make into like something messy, then you have to simplify. It's better to go and simplify first. So you have the m and m squared, so you can reduce, divide by m, you get 1, divide by m, you get m. So in this case, your answer would be just 1 over 5m. Let's go to example 1b. You have 2y to the 3 over 3x squared times it by 12x over 5y squared. So again, don't multiply into a big mess. Okay, what you want to do is you want to reduce first. So then you just go through the list. Just go through the list on the top. So you look at the 2. Can 2 cancel with anything? No, right? So you go to y cubed. So y cubed and y squared can cancel out. So this cancel out, you get y. Then you go to 12. 12 and 3 can cancel out. So this becomes 1, this becomes 4. Right? And then you go down to x. So x and x squared can cancel out. This will give you x. And so now you look at the top, see what's left over. So you got 2y4. So when you multiply out, you get 8y. And on the bottom, you got 1x5. So it would be 5x. And so that's it for example 1b. Okay, now let's go to C. You have an x over 2x minus 6 times it by 4x minus 12 over x squared. So when you have a multiplication, what you do, or divisions, either way, when you see terms, first you have to do is think about factoring. Okay? As soon as you see terms, think about factoring. So you got x over, this can factor out the 2, so you got x minus 3. Now you want to use a star or asterisk to do the multiplication. Don't use a cross because it looks like a variable x, so it can get confusing. So over here you can factor out the 4, so you got x minus 3, and you got x squared, right? So you can do all the factoring first, then you can go and do canceling, right? So you can just go through the list on the top. So x and x squared can cancel out, right? Then you go down to the next one, the 4 and the 2, you can cancel out. Normally you don't have to write 1. Okay, when you cancel, when it's 1, you don't have to write it. And then you go down the next one, x minus 3 cancel out. So the only thing you have left over is the 2 on the top and the x on the bottom. So that's your answer. Now make sure you give yourself enough room to write so you can see clearly, or else it's very easy to make careless mistakes. Okay, let's go to example 1D. Example 1D, you have 10xy to the 3 over x squared minus y squared times 2x squared plus xy minus y squared over 15x squared y. So again, first you have to do is go and do all the factoring. So this one, you have 10xy to the 3 over, now this is just step 2a, right? There's a difference of squares, so you have to factor into conjugates. Right? So that's your template for conjugates. So it would be x plus minus give you minus, y times y give you y squared. Right? Now this one over here, the top, you have to do the master product. Okay, so go up to the side, so it's 1, and this would be negative 2. So you're going to get 1 comma negative 2, so you got 2 comma negative 1. Right? Okay. So again, you're going to get x and 2x, right? Use the lowest and the highest. So this is going to be the inside. So it would be plus 1y, right? Because when you have y in the end, you have to put y on the end. So you can check, right? So 2 times 1 give you 1. That's the inside. And that's the outside. You need to get minus y, right? 1 times negative 1 give you negative 1. 1 times 2 give you positive 2. So make sure you know how to factor. So after you factor, now you can go and cancel. You can just go down the list on the top. So start with 10. So 10 and 15 you can cancel by 5. So divide by 5 you get 2. Divide by 5 you get 3. Then you go down the next one, the x. The x cancel out with the x squared, so you get x left over. Then the y to the 3 cancel with the y, so you get y squared. And so this is done. Then you go to the next one, x plus y, cancel with this one, and that's it. So your final answer would be the number, the alphabet, the group, right? So that's how you write it. You start with the number, then you do the alphabet, and then you do the group. On the bottom, you do the number, the alphabet, and the group. And that would be your final answer for example 1D. Now let's go to example 2, 2A. So you have the division now. You got 4 over 3x divided by 12 over x3. So when you have division, the first thing you have to do is you have to flip this upside down and change this into multiplication. So the first thing you do, don't do anything else. The first thing you do is you have to convert that into multiplication by flipping the division upside down. Okay, that's the first thing you do. So now it becomes multiplication. So you just do the same way as you've been doing before. Right? Right, so you go and do the canceling. So 4 and 12, you can cancel, you get 1 and 3. Again, just go down the top, right? Just go down the list. So x cubed and x, you can cancel, you get x squared. So make sure you write it clearly so you don't make careless mistakes. So on the top, you're going to get x squared. On the bottom, you're going to get 9. Okay, and that's your answer for example 2A. Okay, now let's go to example 2B. So you got 4r to the 3 over 9s squared. Now instead of wasting time copying the problem exactly the same, just go and convert already. Right? So change it into multiplication and remember to flip this upside down. So that will save you some time. Right? So again, right away, go and convert into multiplication and flip the second fractions upside down. Okay, so that way you can go and start to do canceling. Double check, make sure it's okay. Okay, so now you're canceling, right? You can just go down the list. 4 and 8, you can cancel. Okay, r to the 3, you got r squared, so you're going to get 1r left over, and this one, you don't want to write anything after that. 15 and 9, you can reduce by 3, so you get 5, and this get 3 over here. Then you go down to r, okay, there's no more r to cancel out. Then you go to s, so this cancel with that. So now your final answer would be on the top, the number is 1 times 5 is 5. When you go down, when you write, do the number, the alphabet, then the group. So the number is 5, the alphabet is R. On the bottom, you do the, again, same thing. The number, 3 times 2 is 6. Alphabet, you got S and S to the 4, so you get S to the 5. Okay. Okay, let's go to example 2C. You have 3y cubed minus 3y squared over 16y to the 5 plus ay to the 4. And you have division. So again, I'm going to save one step. Right? So I'm going to make into multiplication, and I need to flip this upside down. So I get 4y plus 12, and I got y squared plus 2y minus 3. So again, when you see addition, subtractions, that means those are terms, means you have to do the factoring. Okay, so I'm going to factor out the 3y squared, right? So I can factor out the 3 and the y squared. So factor out the 3y squared, I get y left over, and I get 1 left over, right? And you can check. When you factor means you're dividing. And when you divide by itself, it's 1, right? And you can check. 3y squared times y give you 3y cubed. 3y squared times minus 1 give you minus 3y squared, right? On the bottom, I'm going to factor out the 8y to the 4. So I get 2y plus 1. Okay, on the top, I'm going to factor out the 4, so I get y plus 3. On the bottom, this is going to be step 4, that master product. So your master product would be 2 and negative 3. So it would be 1 comma negative 3, 3 comma negative 1. and that's the one, right? So that's your master product. So since there's no number in front, it's very easy. Whatever you see is whatever you put down. So it'll be plus 3 minus 1. So after you do all the factoring, now you can ready to do canceling. You can just go down the list on the top. So 3, anything to cancel? No. Y squared, or you got 5y over 4. So this one you can cancel. So this will give you y squared. Then you got y minus 1, y minus 1. So this will cancel with that. Then you go down the list. So 4 and 8 you can cancel. And y plus 3 cancel. Okay, so now let's go and look what's left over. The only thing so make sure you write it big enough and it's clear enough you can see what's left over. So on the top, the number is 3. Alphabet, no more alphabet and no more group. On the bottom, the number is 2. The alphabet is y squared and the group is 2y plus 1. And that's your answer for 2C. Okay, let's go to example 2D. You got y squared minus x squared over 4xy minus 2y squared. And you have division, so I'm going to change into multiplication. Change into multiplication and you switch, you make it upside down. So 2x squared plus xy minus y squared. So now let's go and do the factoring. So this is the difference of square. So you factor into conjugates, right? So you can get your template first. So you're going to have the y, and you're going to have x and the x. On the bottom, you do the step 1. So you can factor out the 2y. So you're going to get 2x minus y. And double check. So when you multiply, this will give you 4xy. So that's good. So this one, it will give you minus 2y squared. So check. So sometimes you might want to do a quick check to make sure your factoring is correct. Okay. I'm going to do the bottom first. So you can factor out the 2, so you get x minus y. On the top, you have to do your master product. So it will be 1, and it will be minus 2. So you can go 1 comma negative 2, 2 comma negative 1. Okay, so you're going to get x and 2x. Right? So you have to do the first term. So the inside, this has to be the inside. So it will be plus y. Okay, so 2 times 1 give you 2. Right? That's it. This is the inside. Right? So this is the outside, so you have to minus y. And the reason you need to have y because you have the variable in the back. Right? So if you have the variable in the front, you have to put variable in the front. If you have variable in the end, then you have to put variable on the end. So after you've done all factoring, now you're ready to cancel, right? Just go down the list. Okay? Now if you notice this one over here, right? You got y minus x, but this you have x minus y. So they are negative of each other, so it's okay to cancel, but remember when you cancel it's negative 1, right? So it's a negative 1, so watch for that, okay? And this one cannot, this one and this one will cancel out, okay? Okay, so now your final answer would be, you're going to get negative 1, okay? So negative 1, but you don't write negative 1, I just write negative. Notice you got y plus x, you got x plus y. So they're the same thing, right? Addition is commutative, right? So you can switch. So you have two of the same things. So you got x plus y squared. Okay, so that's the top. On the bottom, again, the number would be 4, right? 2 times 2 is 4. The alphabet would be the y, and there's no group. Okay, and so that's it.